Flames win the face-off in their zone, but clock will run out. And the Bruins get the victory here on home ice as they come out to congratulate Jonas Korpisalo on the win. 4-1 the final over the Calgary Flames.
Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. Coming home from the game tonight. You're coming home. How you feeling? The Bruins won a good game tonight. A game that they needed. A game that was much earned as well, considering that they were just on a long road trip. A 5-game road trip where, realistically, if you look at it, Korpisalo didn't see the net whatsoever. It was Swayman all the way. They come back home. They get Calgary, who, again, not one of the better teams in hockey, but they did beat them in overtime earlier this year. And they got out of the gates early. It's been a while since the Bruins have gone up on a team early in games and set the tone early on and show that they are dialed in. It's been a while. They did it tonight. It was clean, great goaltending, multiple different points, players tonight. It was great. It was a good win. And they'll play the Rangers this weekend, but they needed this one tonight. And the best medicine is a team like Calgary off a loss on a back-to-back. And Korpisalo needed this one tonight. He's been struggling. I was wondering maybe if Sturm didn't want to go to him on the road trip at all. That was kind of interesting. Absolutely locked in tonight was Korpisalo as the Bees went 4-1. They snapped their 4-game home losing streak. And a strong showing one more time from Korpisalo. 10 different Bruins recorded at least a point in the win. We'll go over that in just a little bit. Again, I wanted to open up the phone lines to you at 617-779-0985. We got a lot going on for the next hour or so. Skaz is here. He was just working the game, so we'll get some thoughts on what happened tonight. The college football playoff is on. I believe halftime just ended. And we'll see what's going on but right now, Miami has a lead over Ole Miss, 17-13. Exciting game, though, if you get your eyes on that. And there is some Red Sox news. We'll continue our Patriots and Chargers preview over the next 60 minutes or so. Again, the phone number 617-779-0985. We're on YouTube as well. We just popped it up. You can see our friends already in there. Matt, Sir Droids. They're all ready to go in this one. So, just to mention it, the Bruins jumped out to an early lead. Sean Corrali led things off. And then Elias Lindholm scored a goal. All that happened within about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Corrali's goal was his 4th of the year. Lindholm, it was his 8th of the campaign. He has 3 in his last 4 games, so he's starting to get going a little bit. They had a 2-0 lead through the first period. Bruins pushed their lead to 3. Mason Lowry with a snipe. Back-to-back games for him. Is he getting hot? I was critical of him of late, but he's starting to score some goals. And then Casey Middlestat, nice little second chance tuckaroony, I'd call it. Dustin Wolf was, despite giving up the goals, was decent, but it got right by him in that one. So that's the 3rd and 4th goals of the night. And that one also happened in a bunch between 4 minutes. So they scored 2:18, 2 goals apart. And then it was 3:57, 2 goals apart. But the story tonight, Korpisalo locked in. And, you know, he had a bad loss against Buffalo, if you can remember, before the holiday. I'm trying to remember. Was that before the Edmonton game? I can't remember now. But it was against Buffalo. And, you know, he battled all night long. He really wanted this one. Had some huge saves. There's a couple of good calls by Ryan tonight on some of those saves. But in the 3rd period, he was dialed in. He denied, was it Farabee on a breakaway? It was really nice. They did shuffle up their lines a bit tonight. They went back with a first line with Husty, our boy, Hustadinov. And they put him with Lindholm and Pastrnak. That worked. And the second and fourth lines tonight somewhat stayed intact. Fraser Minton between Steves went down with Morgan Geekie, who I want to get into in a little bit here. But they're trying to get Geekie back offensively. He's riding a 7-game goalless drought. 3 goals in his last 13 games. He did not end the drought tonight, but he was pretty solid overall on the field. So the Bees now 23-19-2. They'll host the Rangers on Saturday at 1 p.m. And we just got a doink in the game. I'll tell you what the score is in the college football playoff. And certainly if you want to react to the Bees win tonight, you can at 617-779-0985. I'm Joe Murray. We got an hour to go here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Telfair Tire Studios, WBZ FM and HD1.
It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Beasley Media Group Station.
Here's Pastrnak, high swap. Right circle to Zacha. Sends one across. McAvoy shot, and he scores!
The Bruins play here.
Lorot stepping to the top of the circle. Fake the shot. Shoots and scores! Mason Lorot got Klapka to go down, stepped around him, and then fired, and he makes it.
Normally we get, Thursday night football or something bad game? That was a delightful Bruins win. I've been locked in on the Bruins. Obviously we work a lot of the games here at night, so we need to be, but with a lot that's going on with the Patriots and their playoff run, not to mention some of the success the Celtics have had, I think people have been expecting regression when it comes to the Bruins. And I think on this road trip you saw some of that. But they battled back against Edmonton, and it was like on New Year's Eve, they literally beat the team that's haunted them and the best player in hockey. And then they show up with another win back-to-back on the road against Vancouver. So they go and play the Kraken, who are on a back-to-back, and they give up, 6 goals. And you're like, what is this team? But you're thinking about it, and Marco Sturm called them immature. He called them an immature group, which I agree with. Like, it's not that maybe some of the guys are young, and there are actually older rookies on this team, like Minton, et cetera, who had a pretty good road trip. Morgan Geekie's gone cold. Pastrnak, though, has, once again, I know he had a goal tonight. What do you have? I'll look at his stat sheet in a minute here. So tonight it was Corrali with a goal and assist. Tanner Jeannot, who came back to the lineup last game, 2 assists. Lindholm had a goal, low-rye goal, and middle stat. And I'll pull up Pastrnak. But the fact that they can win games like this without their 2 best goal scorers having to make an impact on it is impressive. That's kind of the story of the night, right? You had your backup goalie and Korpisalo steal, I don't want to say steal a game, but earn a win tonight, while Pastrnak had an assist. I just wanted to see what Geekie did. Yeah, so Geekie had 2 shots on net and had a hit. But, yeah, he's in an 8-game drought right now. Not sure if it's regression. Not sure if he's tired. Is it the Canada snub? Like something happened there with him. But I think just with the Bruins in general, there is expectations about regression. And they're right there to be a playoff team. I think this is what some people expected. I know people who make the odds thought that they were going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. But they are getting contributions from everyone. I think Sturm is the guy. There's no question about that. And I think Swayman at least has come back to being a goaltender that can give you wins every night. But the way that he's paid, I'm still not there yet, but I'm not going to complain about that tonight. Because as long as he's back on the right track, I'm not worried about that. It's the damn turnovers. It's the damn penalties that they get. And they can't play enough games on the 5-on-5. That's the maturity, I think, that Marco Sturm is talking about. They looked like a team tonight that just overall, I'll look up the team stats here in a second. But overall, the penalties are so much. So both teams, by the way, were in the top 3 in penalty minutes. And the Bruins are just tops in the league. It's really been hard to watch. I'm not going to lie to you. Face-offs are where this thing was won tonight, 31-25. That was the difference there. I'm trying to find something else that and Calgary had a ton of takeaways tonight. Bruins, they still have their turnover issues. They still have that. But the contributions they got elsewhere and the contributions they got early and in bunches. Again, 2 goals within 2:18, and then later on in the next period, 2 goals with under 4 minutes. They got to get out to faster starts. Hey, Skaz, I know you were telling me earlier that the Bruins radio network does a promotion where if there's a goal in the first 5 minutes, someone enters some sort of
the New England forward first 5.
Yep, the first 5, which has been going on for years. When's the last time that's hit again?
I believe the Jeremy Conley would know more accurately, but it is 51 or 53 days since that has occurred. Calendar days.
Oh, calendar days.
Yep. So not
happening.
games, but days. Still 50 plus days.
But it tells you that they don't get out to fast starts.
Certainly not. And yeah, not a team that scores early.
Tonight, I would consider one a fast start.
They needed it tonight. They Ryan and Bob mentioned it. The Calgary coming from Montreal, stuck in customs, played last night. Bruins needed that one tonight, and they took care of business. I thought Korpisalo was really good tonight, too.
He was really good. They needed him, man. There's been, not on this station, because, again, nobody's watching them enough to really be critical. But I think Korpisalo is someone you can be critical about. I remember there was a guy who called in about the Brandon Bussey thing versus him. You can't get rid of Korpisalo. You need him to have nights like tonight. So I think that on Saturday, Swayman's back in there in the early game because I think they're playing back-to-back, right? Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, they play Pittsburgh at home on Sunday at 5.
But considering this guy hasn't played in 2 weeks, he looked good tonight. Hitting that breakaway again?
It's one of the better games he's looked all year, I think.
I agree. So I still think that the 2-1 difference in playing time for Swayman and Korpisalo still needs to be minimized. I think it was it 31-16 is the difference now? It can't be that much, right? I know you're paying Swayman to be that guy, but I'll always say this, and Ty Anderson was big on this when it was Allmark and Swayman, and I'll stay away from the Allmark stuff. I'm not going there. Go look it up if you want to have some fun with that. But that was their identity. Their goaltending and building from the blue line and going from there. Now, though, I do think that they have this new defensive scheme down despite losing Lindholm. They got Henry back. Lowry, again, is helping out on the offensive end. But they continue to tweak the lines, and it's working. Moving guys to play with Pastrnak or Jeannot on the 4th line, which I know he's done this year. But Steves has been on that first line. They moved him down tonight. Everybody contributed. 10 different Bruins recorded at least a point tonight. That doesn't happen often. I know it's against the Flames. I'm only excited because they played a pretty clean game as far as penalties went. It was much better than what we've seen because this year, you can say this about the Bruins. They battle in every game. They're a decent hockey team. I would not invest in them by any means. Meaning at the trade deadline, give up nothing that is an asset. Nothing. If you have to sell off pieces, do it because you're on the right track. And you got some guys in the minors that are going to be ready, and you've just seen a couple of them in Higgins and was it Zeller as well? It's just the future is bright for the Bruins, but they do need Swayman to get back on track. They need him to get his rest, too, when they have to go to Korpisalo, and it's good to see guys continuing to contribute. You know, the Hustadinov, Pastrnak, Lindholm line is exciting. Hustadinov's not a top-line guy. He's not. But whenever they do it, whenever they put him on there, it's like an exciting little line there. It almost motivates David Pastrnak, I feel. And look, Lindholm, he had a couple of goals. He's at what? What do you have tonight? Lindholm had a goal. He's got 3 goals in the last 4 games. He's getting going. So you want to talk some bees, you're on the way home tonight. You can call in at 617-779-0985. I see some guys in our chat already talking some bees. Someone goes, Mason Lowry looks like a little kid to me. Yeah. Sometimes he just does look like a little kid. All right, let's go to the phones here. We got Donnie in New Hampshire. Donnie.
Hold on. I gotta. How you doing, old boy?
Oh, I'm an old boy. How you doing?
Sorry about that. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have my radio on, so you can hear me all right, right?
I can hear you perfectly, buddy.
Man, the Bees have just not been what they've been supposed to be. Where's the big bad Bruins? You know, I appreciate what you're saying about all these prospects we have coming up from BC. But is BC where we get the guys that are fucking... I mean, sorry.
Dummy up, man. You can't swear and you're talking crap. How can you be upset after a game like tonight? I hung up on Justin, by the way. Justin, call back. I'm sorry, buddy. I had to... I thought I was hitting the dump.
I got you, Joe.
No, I know you got... Skaz, you always got me. I got scared, though.
It's good to be scared.
I got scared. Oh, God. What do I say? Okay, how do I come back from this? For those that are listening on the radio, this guy was upset. He asked, where's the big bad Bruins? They were supposed to be better than this. No, they weren't. No one thought the Bruins were going to be this good or even near a playoff spot or sniffing the playoffs whatsoever. So I'm sorry you want the big bad Bruins, but tonight they won 4-1. Were you not happy with the performance? Everyone that's not their star player performed tonight. Everyone. You got saves from Korpisalo. Case Middlestat scored a damn goal. Right? Low-rise scoring goals. Jeannot had
Sean
2 assists.
Corrali.
Sean Corrali's the fourth liner. Well, let's face it. He's an energy guy, right? Didn't he give the energy? Oh my God! You know what? I have. This is official. I have been working on the Bruins radio network for years. I've done world. I've been here when they've won Stanley Cups, and I've been here when they've lost multiple Stanley Cups. You're never going to be happy, ever. Ever. Never. What was the other thing you said? Oh, he swore.
He did swear.
The words that, there's certain words you can't say on the air.
That one's a no-no.
Yeah. And if you ever really want unfiltered night show coverage, you can just go watch us on YouTube. They let them fly on there all the time.
The stream always wins.
The stream always wins. That should be like a t-shirt. The stream always wins. What would that be? TSAW? And everyone's like, what's that mean? The stream always wins. Interception! Woo! Ole Miss. Yeah. Tipped the ball at the line as Miami was going into the end zone. Sorry, I'm reacting. I don't mean to. Let's talk some bees. Sorry, Justin. How you doing, bud?
Hey, Joe, it's Justin. I just want to tell you, I think that was the best effort of the year for the Bruins in a while. I watched them on the West Coast trip, and I listened to the game on the radio the other night. In the game in Seattle, they struggled. This was a good bounce back. Defensively, they were good in their own zone, and they were good in the middle of the ice. They were good all over the ice tonight, and I thought it was the best game of the year. They looked great.
Yeah, and Justin, thank you, buddy. I'll pump the brakes a little bit. You got Calgary, one of the worst teams in the league, on a back-to-back, but you did lose to them earlier in the year. You didn't get much production from Morgan Geekie in a week now, probably over a week. You're without Hampus Lindholm when they're now 3-7? 3-7 on the year without Hampus Lindholm. You weren't in the penalty box all night. You had a couple of turnovers, but contributions from so many different guys. They didn't. It's funny how they changed the first in the was it? Yeah, because Steves went down, Hoosty went up, and then Jeannot obviously had the 2 assists from going back to the fourth line. I don't know. I'm not going to say it was a good game, and the best medicine was the Calgary Flames. And you're as good as your next game, right? You're as good as your next game. You now get Swayman back on Saturday. You're against the Rangers. You're at home. It's the doubleheader day at the Garden. You know, the Bull Gang gets there. They put the ice down. Then they have the nightcap. Wemby's coming in. Do you think Wemby likes hockey? You think he's going to go to the game?
No. I don't know if the French team is competing at the upcoming Olympics.
I mean, Canadians speak French. I don't know if there's, maybe he has some association to hockey. He's also like 7'9". How tall is
he on skates, Joe?
How tall is Wemby? Seriously,
he's growing. He's still growing.
I know. It's so funny if you look at his rookie card. It's him like standing, but like he doesn't really fit in the card.
You see him kick the ball out of the hoop the other night.
That. I know he's great, but he's he's been doing a lot of the soccer things, right? Like getting people. Imagine him at a Bruins game,
trying to get chants going, having players speak after games. He's trying to create a little culture down there in San Antonio.
This is a place to do that here, though. We got Brian in Fitchburg. Brian.
Hey, boys, what's going on?
Yo.
Today, it's my daughter Peyton's 17th birthday. She got her license today.
Happy
we
birthday.
went to the Bruins game. It doesn't get any better than that, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
Did she drive the Zamboni?
With one hand and one hand in the air with a devil horn.
Ah, yes. Sorry, that was bad. They play that at Gillette now? On third down. That's how I know it's third down. Well, I've been here working every game. Maybe those are the things that I hear when I work the games. You know what else I hear is they play Alice in Chains Rooster every once in a while. They play that.
I heard some Tool tonight during the Bruins
that's right.
game.
How about Jeremy Conley, who's probably not listening because he's stuck in traffic, because that's how it works.
The place cleared out quick tonight. Maybe the garage wasn't too bad.
He's going to be busy over the next couple of days. There's tonight. He's got the Saturday doubleheader, and then he's working the Patriots game. But next week,
the Bruins are playing on Sunday too.
I was going to say Bruins play Sunday, and then next week's the Chara game on Thursday. But he's going to be montaging it up. He's going to have to pull up the old Z.
We'll be doing a little tap dancing that night too, Joe.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll have all the coverage. Next Thursday night is the retirement ceremony of Zdeno Chara. Listen, it's so funny. Like when I was telling you the other day, when I brought up, talking about basketball with Felger in a crossover, it was almost like he was insulted that we were going to talk basketball, but he wasn't surprised. Wow, almost an interception there. But like, is anyone watching? Like, for the last 3 weeks, who's talked about the Bruins on the station?
Well, Ness and Joe has.
Ness and Joe? Is that what we're going to call it now? NESNJOE? Go ahead, Skaz.
It was too easy.
No, do it. Just get it out of the way.
No,
let everyone know. Just tell
the Bruins. No, Joe. A big press release today.
Tell everybody.
Joe Murray on Nesson. Company man.
Yes, I am a company man. My priority will be 98.5 The Sports, but I will be on Boston's Enter the Chat. It'll be on at 4 o'clock, and I'll be doing the first hour there, then hustling here to be with you all night long. So you can watch me yell at guys like Adam Kaufman. Lucy Burge is a part of the show, and then Travis Thomas, who's outstanding. And Casey Hudson, who we had in studio, who's one of the best hockey analysts. That's our crew. Watch the show. It'll be on weekly. So starting Monday, 4 o'clock, watch us. And don't be like, I don't have this, blah, blah, blah. Get it. Because you want to watch the Red Sox this year, and plus you get to see me.
I get a black box.
I get nothing out of it, by the way. Oh, you get a super box.
Yeah, super box.
I probably shouldn't be promoting that, but don't give me the I don't get this and thing. Do it for me, will you? And I make nothing off it.
Leave a voicemail.
Oh, we do. Yes, there is a number.
You'll tweet it out.
If somebody's listening, they'll tell me, or someone that watches the show. Anyways, one more call before we get out of here. I'll be humble. Reed in the car. Reed.
Joe, what's up? What's up, Skaz? I disagree with you on the Hustadinov thing, not being a first liner. He's not going to be like a big points guy, but if you watch him facilitate offense, it's really impressive. The kid can fly. He's good on the forecheck, makes really good passes, good vision. Arvidsson was their best forechecker tonight. That kid was unreal down low. And the thing that disappoints me the most, I think, is I want Casey Middlestat to be good so bad. He reminds me a lot of Charlie Coyle, a lot less physical. I mean, crazy to say Charlie Coyle was physical, but he's a lot less physical than Charlie Coyle, but like great hands, great finish in front of the net. And he was a first-round pick, so it's like so frustrating to watch him.
I know, but Reed, I think he was just here to match the salaries of a Coyle, right? And they got some picks out of it. But just back to Hustadinov, I'm kind of glad you disagree. If you get Minton and Hustadinov, and those are guys that you found last year at the trade deadline, and that
Minton's so sick.
Yeah, but you know what though? I know, but like, I'm gonna give Don Sweeney some credit for that.
I agree. I don't want to. I really don't want to. But he's honestly, I don't. I went to high school in the town where he lives, so it's like you want to drive by and throw eggs at his house with some of the moves he's made. But it's just like,
no, don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? No, I would never. But it's But, I mean, Hustadinov was a good find. I hopefully grows into that top six role. He might not be a first-line guy his whole career, but if you can get him in your top six regularly and keep him there for a long time, he's a good player. Again, same thing with Middlestat. I want him to be good. He's not awful, but I guess he's serviceable for what they have right now. Low-rise scoring, I guess, is good, but it was that goal that they scored, that Calgary scored, was 100% his fault. Like, if you watch the replay, he's standing there with his you-know-what in his hand in, like, the mid-slot. It's like, dude, what are you doing? And peeks in front of the net. He's just not a really good defenseman in our zone. Everyone knows that. But, yeah, I mean, overall, they're not terrible, but you're right. They're never going to break any records. They're not going to, like, make deep runs because I worry that Swayman's not the guy that you can ride deep into the playoffs anyways. He's not. What's he make? $10 million a year or something? $9 million?
Yeah. Are you happy with Swayman's performance though overall? Like, I don't know. The way I look at it is he's not the guy he was 2 years ago. He gets paid like that guy, but I do think he's doing better.
He also doesn't have a guy behind him like Olmark, where if he goes through a cold spell, he can. I mean, they're all adults. I'm sure they communicate to their coaches. Yeah. He can't be in a rut and have Omar cover for him or vice versa.
All right, Reed. Appreciate your call, man. You know your stuff. Well, you mentioned cold spell and rut, and that
could so sick.
You could tell it, right? He's like that low rye, you know. He's speaking of ruts and cold spells, go look at that Allmark story.
Ottawa put out a statement.
I know.
I'm Team Ottawa in this one. I think it was all made up.
We need a sniffer. We need to send out the dogs, Gal. That's it, Gal. I just called you Skaz. We need to send out the dogs. We need what could we do to what imaging?
I'm not touching that one, Joe.
You don't want to do it? We need some imaging to get the dogs out.
This one seems like if there was something there, we'll find out about it.
Yes. Oh, we will.
Yes.
That'll trickle right down to Ottawa to here. It will leak its way. It will leak its way to New England. Oof. So, I mean, he's been out for personal reasons. I would say it's pretty personal. That can't be true. I'm sorry. I know. Maybe there's something to it, but it's not true. Just go read about it. We shouldn't talk about it. But there might be some cold spells. We got to keep maybe as a bettor, we got to keep our eyes on Ottawa for a little bit. Because I don't know who their backup is. It can't be good. All right, let's hit the break. You want to talk some bees? We're here. I did want to just get into some other stuff as well as we're here until 11 o'clock. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the
Our chat on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com and search 98.5 The Sports Hub. JP and NP's in there. Good to see him creeping around. Matt H is always there. What's up, Matt? You're like our loyal listener. Him and Justin from Lynn. Sir Droids, how are you? Oh, my dog is in there. Terrace Avery. Bruins need to commit less penalties. Yes. Yes, sir. We're watching the same thing, man. Please leave the swears on YouTube. No problem, man. It's the only place we can people are rooting for Ole Miss like me. Low Rider is what people wanted to say regarding Mason. Low Rye, it is a good goal song. People are wondering if myself and Jim Rice will be doing any recaps. I'm not sure. But I would, hey, Jim, there's a seat right here for you. I don't know, man. You think you'd come in here? What if I was like, hey, we can do some hitting lessons? Like we can do drive line? Tell us what's going on.
I mean, your coworkers now. You should be able to, get them on the hotline.
The guy I kind of want is Papelbon. No, not you.
I think I'm all right.
Well, why don't you come up with a list?
I think I'm all right.
Just come up with a list. Hey, Joe.
I'll pass on that one.
This is who I think. I'll work on it. What about hockey? I talked to Judd the other day.
Casey's always welcome. She was tremendous when we had her on.
Casey's always welcome. She does a fantastic job. She's got the Bean Pot coming up, which I worked many, many years as a producer over at 1510. I worked the BU Terriers radio networks, yes. And I don't know if I've ever told you about the times where I've had to do the hockey game live in the downs, because we have studios next to each other, which is great, right? No, at the old building in Marina Bay, we would do one studio upstairs and one studio downstairs. But imagine me running up and down stairs to record the BU basketball game. Anyways, people want to know what's going on with Allmark. Just go look it up. Where do we go from here? Oh, you know what really bothered me when I was out of town? You were out too. Everyone seemed to be this college football knower after just watching a couple of football games over the weekend. It was like,
It's that time of year, Joe. What do you mean?
And do you think they're all watching tonight? You think tomorrow people are gonna come on the radio and be like, yeah, that Miami defense, it's overrated. The ACC stinks.
I don't think anyone's going to talk about it around here.
I mean, this is ACC versus SEC. Dude, these two teams, being realistic, we're not supposed to be here.
No.
And
one of them's coach left them.
I credit both. The Beck interception was tipped. I'll give him that. He had a wide open guy before. The thing, I think that field goal before the half might be the difference in the game. The guy already missed another field goal. So if you look at it, Ole Miss should have a lead right now. The spread's 3.5, so it's 17-16 right now. 12 minutes to go in that one, but the winner of this moves on to the final to take on either Oregon or Indiana. What's big about the Oregon-Indiana game is both of those quarterbacks are in the running for the number one pick. Now, I think Mendoza's got the highest upside.
I think I saw he was minus 400 to be taken first overall.
Upside, right? I mean, guys, can we talk? I don't know if this has been spoken about. Look at the quarterbacks in the playoffs right now.
Where were they drafted?
Exactly. Have we done this?
We've not on the show. We've done it off the show.
Oh, we have? Okay. Well, what was Matt Stafford? Number one overall? What was Bryce Young?
Number one.
How about Caleb Williams?
I would say number one.
How about Trevor Lawrence?
Number one.
I think Herbert was 4 or 5.
Somewhere in that range.
Stroud was 2. Aaron Rodgers was a
late first, right?
he's a Drake May 3. Hurts was second round. I'll give you that. Brock Purdy,
Mr. Irrelevant.
I mean that's the one game, right? That's actually a 2 versus 7.
And if you had to rank the quarterbacks in the playoffs, where would Purdy be?
We haven't done that yet. I need to. Jordan Love's a first round pick just to finish off the list. Josh Allen. That's it.
Bo Nix.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mention. Oh, and Sam Darnold was a first-round pick, too. So everyone in the playoffs was either a first or a second-round pick. That
Except for Brock Purdy.
Except for Brock Purdy. And you know what? I mean, I wonder if we could have done that from years ago. Like, it would always been like this guy was a first or a second-round pick, but Tom Brady. I'm just trying to think. Like, David Garrard was not even a...
Sanchez was a first-round pick, right?
Sanchez was...
Pennington?
Phillip Rivers. Chad Pennington was, yeah, you're right. Or was he... Might have been early second round. I'm just thinking of Peyton Manning, obviously number 1 overall.
Flacco
was first round pick. You know, Brad Johnson wasn't, but I'm dating myself now.
Pennington was 18th overall.
Okay, that's first round pick. And if we think about the Super Bowls, right? Donovan McNabb, first round pick. Kurt Warner was undrafted.
Joe Flacco also 18th overall.
Jake Delhomme, not a first round pick when the Pats beat him. Who the hell else did they beat in the Super Bowl? Eli Manning was the number 1 overall pick.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan was the number 2 overall pick. And then who'd they beat? Jared Goff was the number 1 overall pick.
Blake Bortles, 3rd overall. AFC Championship
game. You're right. Wow. So, I mean, it matters, right? Does it matter? It means that, I mean, Cam Newton went to a Super Bowl, number 1 overall pick.
Ryan Tannehill.
Joe Burrow. Oh, Ryan Tannehill. Well, Oh, he's a first-round pick.
8th overall pick.
That's right.
Beat Brady, right? Was he he was a QB in that game, right?
They beat those. Do you know
the Logan Ryan game?
So we have been credentialed for the game. The Dundero and Joe Road show, post-game show. I have not been to a Patriots game since that Tom Brady's last playoff game. I had season tickets, but I've been working post-game now, so I can't get there. So I will be at the game this Sunday. And when Zoe and Bob go off the air, it will be myself.
It's going to be a hockey line change in there.
You been up there?
Oh, yeah. I've been up there a long time ago when Gil was in there. I went up there. But no, I went the Mac Jones Baltimore game where he threw 3 picks, I think, against the Ravens. And the Ravens came back and won.
Woof.
I was here.
When
Mac Jones threw his 3rd interception, I think that's when I said, thanks guys. I'm going to beat the traffic.
The only game I ever missed doing post game, and it was because I was doing the morning. They didn't want me to do the Pats and then work the morning, so Barth was here. But I it's actually something I missed, and I've talked to Barth about it. But when the Raiders game happened, where they lateraled it and Chandler Jones intercepted it and took it back for a touchdown, I missed Jim Murray's reaction. When I was here, I would watch Jim. Like, it was like he had a bet on the game. No, he was just, he hated Mac Jones. His vitriol.
Hate watching is sometimes more enjoyable than like fan watching.
God, yeah. Oh, yeah. Some people are like that.
Like when Coach K lost his last game to North Carolina, one of the great sports moments of my lifetime.
You were like, this is incredible.
It was awesome. Not a fan of either team, really, but it was great.
I've had a few of those. There are some people I can't root for.
The Super Bowl last year was kind of like that for a lot of
Chiefs
Patriots
and Eagles?
fans. I think.
Yeah, out. Oh, God, out. I did an event last year on Super Bowl Sunday. I barely watched the game because I was like, I don't care about any of these two. And then I remember that a lot of people bet the Chiefs. Anyways. All right, well, we should hit the final headline of the night here. Just to throw it out there. This playoff, you need first round and second round picks. You need quarterbacks. And the really outlier is Brock Purdy, who, just to defend Brock Purdy a little bit here, Brock Purdy was the Big 12 Player of the Year, went to the championship game. Like, he wasn't a stiff. I know he was the last pick of the draft, but he wasn't a stiff. He wasn't like, who was the guys, the Brady Six? Spurgeon Wynn?
And my Italian fellow there.
Yeah, Graziani. Tony Graziani. Scazziani. Woof. Dude, I watched this whole thing on Brady the other night, by the way. I watched a podcast with Shaq interviewing Brady. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Guys, when I was a kid, Shaquille O'Neal was the biggest thing in the world. He was at LSU. He was breaking backboards. Remember the Shaq sneaker at the store? It was a size 21, and you would just. I had Orlando Magic everything. Penny and Shaq were like Shaq was in movies doing rap songs. I bought the I Know I Got Skills Man album. You should come back to that song. I don't know if it's clean or not, though. But him and Foo Schnickens was the name of the band. And Shaq, and then I watched Tom Brady. They're talking to each other. And Shaq's like polarized by Brady. Literally polarized by him. But do you think people know Shaq more or Brady more? I want you to think about that. In my brain, it's Shaq. Who won more championships? Brady?
Brady.
Because Shaq only won with L.A.? Oh, no, he won with the Heat.
Miami.
So did he win 4? 5? Because Kobe has 5. Jordan has 6. 4. Wow, okay. And he did lose a finals to Hakeem. Wow. Because I think Duncan had more. And here I am going back in my... And Kobe really won because it was after Shaq. He won with Powell, right? Beating the Celtics. That one sucked. I think he won another. Anyways, I'm thinking too much here. We'll get to the headline here. We have movement in the game. We'll keep you posted. Let's hit the headline right now. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Bruins 4-1 wins tonight. They get goals from a lot of people. Sean Corrali, Elias Lindholm, Mason Lohrei, Casey Middlestat, and Jonas Korpisalo. A big night, 28 saves on 29 shots. 10 different Bs recorded at least a point in the win. They'll take on the Rangers on Saturday for a matinee. Patriots and Chargers will play on Sunday. The injury report, Garrett Bradbury and Vidarian.
Oh, this is You Can't Stop the Rain. This is Shaq
I know
and
this
Biggie.
one. Oh, wow.
The Notorious
How come I
B.I.G.
don't remember this? Is this a Diddy production here?
It does not say so. So we're going to say no.
I'm sure Biggie will not be clean. So Boston Radio Watch has checked in. I like their account. They're upset with my horns. They're all horned up. Someone please alert Joe Murray on 98.5. It's a foghorn you hear before visiting teams' third downs at Gillette, not a truck horn. So I have sent you horns, Skaz. I wanted to get horned up before we get out of here tonight. I said, that's the foghorn, right? Because the truck horn, what I'm doing is the truck horn, right? Oh, wait. Is that the foghorn? That's the foghorn. That's what they do on third down. So how do I do that?
I think that's play on the lighthouse there, Joe. Do
you do this?
As a kid, of course.
I still do it.
My mom used to have the old station wagon, the Oldsmobile, where the seats in the back faced out too.
Yeah.
So you were prime for trying to get some truckers to.
And so I went to Catholic school again. We used to have to walk from Sacred Heart School to Sacred Heart Church, and so we merged like on a street all the way over. And whenever we saw a big truck man, the whole entire class, dude, imagine like 30 kids just doing the horns. The nuns hated that. We were terrorists. I think back in like, oh my God, the things we did to them. All right, Boston Radio Watch. I hope I've made right on your foghorn. Thank you for listening. I appreciate that. Yeah, they love the horn talk. Let's get horned up, baby. All right, what happened with this kicker here? What happened, Skaz?
I was answering the phone, Joe. I'm sorry.
He missed it because everyone looks pissed.
The kickers, man.
Well, I got to get the tweet out. Did he slip?
Oh, he knew it right away. Oh, no,
they got it.
He hit it.
All right.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. I give it the horn.
Body language experts here on the night show.
Well, that over's not looking so good. But Ole Miss. That's what we need. All right. Who do we got here? Matt is in North Reading. Hey, Matt.
I love Joe Murray.
Oh, it's you.
What's up, my friend?
Did you go to the game tonight?
Happy New Year.
You too.
No. It's a school night, Joe. It's a school night.
I was told to go to some.
How you been?
I'm good, man. Someone referred a place in North Reading to me. I think it was a pizza place.
Yeah. We'll meet for lunch.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Well, I don't.
I got to approve it first.
Well, I don't know. Give me a good pizza place in North Reading. I did go to the Kitty there one night.
Oh, you went to the Kit Kat?
I went to the Kit Kat. Nice big portions of chicken palms.
Yes. As a local, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bar scene, Joe.
Exactly. You could still smell the cigarettes in the rug.
Yeah. You're right, Joe.
I will say
exactly
this.
True.
We got a minute to go.
So true, Joe.
I went randomly. My buddy goes, "You want to meet me at the Kitty?" I said, "What's the Kitty?" He goes, "I don't know. You want to go?" I said, "Sure." So we're waiting for like this group.
You probably thought it was a strip joint. You probably thought it was a strip joint.
No, I thought we were going to be drinking Scorpion Bowls.
Oh, okay. All right. That's true, Joe. Yeah.
Anyways, so I always feel like you're about to back into your driveway when you call.
I am on my way home, Joe. That is true.
Right.
I listened to you on my ride home. You're a riot, Joe. You cracked me up. I really enjoy you.
Well, I appreciate it.